We are starting with the category Best Integrated Campaign, Consumer Products, Others. And the duration will be 10 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first presentation, the entry ID is 3619 and the brand is Sunlight. Over to the presenter.
Can you hear me and see my screen?
Yes.
Great.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go ahead. Your time starts now. All the best.
Consider this. For over 130 years, Sunlight detergent has become an iconic brand for West Bengal. For over 130 years, Sunlight detergent has brought back color to the consumers' lives by providing them with the best wash for their clothes. And then, suddenly, COVID-19 hits us, spreading fear and creating havoc on both lives and livelihoods. How does an iconic brand behave? How does it connect with consumers? Does it just continue as if nothing has happened? Or does it behave like a leader and bring back some hope, some joy to the people who it has served for all these years? This is not just an integrated campaign that we're about to unfold, but a story of optimism and resilience. Our objective was to retain market share by amplifying the brand's purpose and building brand love. The brand purpose is to enable people to live life in color. Sunlight helps clothes stay bright and spreads color and happiness into the lives of those around them. We're talking to the Bengali woman. She's responsible for nurturing and protecting her home and loved ones. To her, her family is to be well-groomed and well-dressed. It is her badge of competence. But there's a softer side to her. She cherishes her roots and is deeply connected with her cultural heritage. The Bengali pride, pujo celebrations, kheer bhaja, the sound of the shankar, the melodious renditions of Rabindra Sangeet, the thuti. They all have a special place in her heart. The one defining aspect of Bengali culture is the Bengali sari. This elegant 6-meter-long piece of fabric is not just an item of clothing, but has a rich heritage woven into it, beautifully woven by the local handloom weavers. Unfortunately, the pandemic was threatening this very heritage. Handloom weavers were struggling due to the rise of power looms, fake imitations, label culture, and COVID-19. The average wage of just 8,000 rupees per month had gone down to 2,000 rupees per month. The minimal profit they made with every masterpiece was shared amongst the multiple partners in the supply chain, leaving close to nothing for the weaver. The weavers were left with no glory, no money. So we had Bengali culture, the Bengali weavers, and the iconic Bengali brand, who together formed the bedrock of our campaign. So against the backdrop of Pujo, we introduced Sunlight Tatir Rong, or the colors of weaves. We initiated a fusion of modern day fashion designers with traditional art and culture of weaving. We connected 12 local weavers with fashion designer Paroma Ghosh and unveiled the first exclusive sari collection curated to bring back color into every Bengali woman's life. For the first time in the history of fashion, fashion labels carried the names of the weavers who had woven the sari. 7,000 saris carried labels where the weaver's name preceded that of the designer Paroma. The next step was to create a website for people to engage with the cause and participate in it. So how did the media roll out? Via television and digital video, we communicated the initiative. We replaced the brand communication with this category, this campaign communication, something the brand has never done before. Social media was also a buzz with women flaunting our saris and, of course, the label. On the day of Mahalaya, a very suspicious day, radio listenership exceeds television viewership. A wonderful activation incorporating mobile phones spoke about our initiative. For the loyal user, we got the client to change the packaging. These packs replaced the iconic sun rays with saris and also had a QR code which directed them to the website. For more details, let's watch the AV.
Sunlight Tatir Rong, an initiative that placed the weaver at the center to create the world's first fashion label with ace designer Paroma Ghosh, wherein the name of the weaver preceded that of the designer. This symbol of pride for the weavers then went on to be stitched on more than 7,000 saris. These iconic saris were sold on the designer's e-com website. The campaign was launched with a soulful music video on a popular regional YouTube channel. What followed was a complete marvel. Iconic women of West Bengal adorned the collection and flaunted our unique labels. Sunlight made inroads into 30 million households through its pack that was recreated with the unique designs of the weaver. The pack led users to the e-com website. On Mahalaya, the first day of Pujo, when the radio listenership exceeds that of TV, we got the RJ to hijack user phones. The RJ said, "Okay Google, open Poroma Calcutta website," and got every radio listener's phone activated with the e-com site. Every media activation helped the weaver bring colors back into their lives. Weavers saw an absolute increase in their monthly income by 7 times. The brand grew as the weaver did. The campaign earned PR from the world's media.
Sunlight Dati Rong proved to be a successful campaign for the brand. It encompassed both the cultural and humanitarian aspect of West Bengal. Not only did it improve the life of the brand, it positively impacted livelihoods. Let one of our own weavers tell you himself.
আমার নাম ষষ্ঠী ঘোষ। আমার পরিবারে আমার 2 ছেলে, আমার স্ত্রী। এই আমার কাজ এসে থেকে মোটামুটি এতদিন চলছিল। 2 বছর এই লকডাউন হয়ে থেকে একটু কাজে খুব ডামাডোল যাচ্ছে। সানলাইট তাঁতি রং এসে আমাদের এখন কাজের খুব উদ্যোগ হয়েছে।
আপনারা এই ভিডিওটা যারা দেখছেন, এতগুলো মানুষের জন্য দেখছেন যাতে তাদের তাঁত শিল্প বন্ধ না হয়, তাঁত বন্ধ না হয়, বাচ্চারা স্কুলে যেতে পারে এবং তাদের পরবর্তী প্রজন্ম এই কাজে আসতে পারে।
When you have a strong brand purpose given to you by the client, you don't need a creative agency to give you the idea. Members of the jury, this idea was born and nurtured in the media agency. Join us as we, along with Sunlight, continue to spread color and joy in as many lives as we can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the next presentation. The entry ID is 3610 and the brand is Domex.
Thank you. I'm gonna share my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
And the slides too.
It's just a black screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to start.
Okay, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. पूजा, किचन कितना गंदा है। अरे इसे मैं 10 मिनट में साफ कर दूंगी, प्लीज। प्लीज, लॉन्ड्री नहीं किया।
यार ये अब भी हो जाएगा, अभी वॉशिंग मशीन में डालता हूँ।
गाइस, हॉल, कारपेट, विंडो सब साफ करना बाकी है।
अरे सब हो जाएगा, टेंशन मत ले।
और ये टॉयलेट, इसको जल्दी से करो।
यार ये मैंने पिछली बार किया था, मैं नहीं करने वाला।
कब? 10 साल पहले
मैंने पिछली बार किया था, मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं जा रहा हूँ।
मैं भी नहीं करी, मैं जा रही हूँ। ओह गॉड, देखा आप सबने, टॉयलेट क्लीन करना किसी को पसंद नहीं है और कोई नहीं करना चाहता। Hello everyone, I'm Shipra. I'm here to present how we busted the fear of toilet cleaning with Domex. Kerala is the fastest growing market for Domex. During COVID, we were able to recruit new users to the category, which started to decline once COVID fatigue had set in. We had to ensure that the consumption continued among the late adopters of the category. With Domex being a challenger brand and category being so low involvement, we had to reignite the conversations around toilet cleaning. The challenge that made this problem worse is, in addition to being a low involvement, it is not the category that consumers actively think about. It is a chore that everybody wants to pass off to the next possible member of the family. With all this, the task ahead for Domex was to instantly revive mind measures, to enable users and non-users to consider the brand. Hence, the top of mind and spontaneous awareness became crucial. Thus, Domex was actively seeking to bring toilet cleaning to forefront of the household conversations. The women in Kerala have adopted mediums like mobile, social apps, YouTube, but TV remains at the heart of it. 9 out of 10 women watch TV every day. 87% of women use their mobile as second screen. Additionally, 40% of women play online games while watching TV. This makes TV the first choice of medium to craft our campaign. The next newfound love for Kerala women is gaming. But the question was, how would we seamlessly transition from TV to digital platforms and gaming? Let's see the answer in our AB.
The answer presented itself in the form of Kerala's most watched TV show, a toilet cleaner on prime time. Kerala housewives contribute to 51% of GEC viewership in the state. Big Boss Malayalam, the longest running top-rated reality TV show starring everyone's favorite Mohanlal, gets 73% viewership coming from Domex's TG. We knew that there couldn't be a more relevant product placement for the brand. But just placing the product in the Big Boss house wasn't enough. We uncovered a powerful insight that led to an industry-first innovation. 87% of women use mobile phones as a second screen while watching TV. 39% play games and 31% interact with show content online. So, we created Domex Toilet Wars, a first-of-its-kind branded TV task where homemakers could play along in real time. By simply scanning the QR code that appeared on their TV screen, women could play the same task on their mobile phones. The TV to mobile innovation successfully drove engagement in an otherwise passive consumer experience and effectively brought the audience's attention to Domex. We also made the game available on ad network targeting websites that were frequented by our TG. Additionally, we created fun household tasks showcasing the product's benefits. The introduction of the Domex Rota board caused a stir amongst the contestants over toilet cleaning. Promotions on social media and YouTube drove tune-ins for the branded episodes. That's not all. We further ran a trade contest and rewarded the top performers with an unforgettable opportunity to meet Mohanlal in person. Driving consumer engagement was key to build mind measures for Domex. And the brand emerged victorious with impressive mind measures and share gains. It's safe to say, Domex Toilet Wars turned passive homemakers into active Domex home gamers and buyers.
We seamlessly switched the consumer from TV to mobile while keeping Domex at the center of the action. Big Boss became the ultimate impact property for our brand with relevant integrations and the clutter-breaking TV to mobile innovation. The branded episodes resulted in massive reach of 9.5 million. We hit the high points and left the lasting impressions on our audience. Leveraging mobile ad networks, an additional 1.2 million unique homemakers were reached. Digital platforms were activated to drive tune-ins for the show. We also leveraged the Celebrity Association to activate trade, which led to record sales in Kerala. It was a huge success in strengthening Domex's position in an extremely low involvement category. We saw a tremendous increase of 1,300 bips in top of mind awareness and 300 bips growth in spontaneous awareness. Not only did we succeed in instantly boosting mind measures, we also recorded the highest ever sales in Kerala for the brand. Our campaign received wide appreciation from the client and industry for successfully steering conversations on much avoided task of toilet cleaning. Thank you.
1 minute, 1 minute,
Huh?
1 minute, jury.
Just a second.
यार पूजा, अब ये टॉयलेट साफ कौन करेगा?
Arey, chill, yaar. With Domex, it's easy. We don't need to share this load. I'll do it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next presentation. Entry ID is 3615 and the brand is Ariel. Over to presenter.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes. Let me know once you are ready.
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay, just you can start the presentation. Time starts. All the best.
Hey, hi विनायक, लॉन्ग टाइम. कैसा है भाई? 5 साल हो गए यार. पापी से पापा बन गया तू तो.
यस सुजीत ब्रो, ऐड हो गया हूं मैं पापा क्लब्स में. लाइफ हैज चेंज्ड एंड हाउ. ये हाथ जो बियर बॉटल खोलते थे अब पॉटी साफ कर रहे हैं यार. बट अ ह्यूज रिलीफ एज फाल्गुनी डज मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टफ एट होम.
लकी यू ब्रो. कॉलेज डेज याद है? इट यूज्ड टू बी सो मच फन बडी. बंकिंग क्लास, गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ घूमना, शाम को दारू एंड लिस्ट गोज ऑन. जो पैसे पहले बियर में उड़ते थे आजकल टेडी बेयर में उड़ जाते हैं.
भाई हमारे तो पढ़ाई कम और कांड ज्यादा होते थे, बट हम लोग हर काम मिल बांट के कर लेते थे.
सीरियसली, हॉस्टल में तो बर्तन से बियर तक और बुक से लॉन्ड्री तक. तूने तो मेरी चड्डी भी धोई. होप यू रिमेम्बर. बट हैव यू नोटिस्ड एवरीथिंग चेंजेस आफ्टर मैरिज? मॉम ने बोला अब ये सब बहू करेगी.
Man, seriously, even I have been hearing this for so many years now at home. But मेरी मॉम एंड फाल्गुनी ही घर का काम करते हैं.
अरे यार, पता है क्या, काम से याद आया. आई वाज वाचिंग वेब सीरीज ऑनलाइन विथ रेचल एंड ये एरियल का एड आया जिसमें हस्बैंड इज नॉट हेल्पिंग द वाइफ एट होम बट बोलता है कि कॉलेज में अपने दोस्त के साथ मिलके काम करता था. भाई तेरी याद आ गई यार. पर रेचल ने जो लुक दिया मुझे, क्या बताऊं, लगा आज तो डिनर गया.
अरे यस, I too saw this whole discussion न्यूज चैनल्स पे, जहां पर ये सेलिब्रिटी कपल्स एंड ये अर्बन कपल्स इस टॉपिक पे बात कर रहे थे. एंड ये टॉपिक पे बहुत डिबेट भी हो रहा था. हद तो तब हो गया जब न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते पढ़ते देखा आजकल के दूल्हे भी ये रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शेयर करने की एड मैट्रिमोनियल्स में डाल रहे थे.
सीरियसली यार, मत पूछ. वुमेन्स डे के सुबह रेचल न्यूज़पेपर लेकर आई और एरियल का एड दिखा के बोली, डू यू सी मी एज योर इक्वल? यार मैं तो शॉक हो गया. मैंने बोला, ऑफ कोर्स बेबी, वी आर शेयरिंग होम लोन एंड फाइनेंशियल रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज ना.
ए, वो तो तू टैक्स बचाने के लिए करता है
यार. बट रेचल ने जो लुक दिया, क्या बताऊं. फिर सोचा सिनेमा लेकर चलता हूं, मूड अच्छा हो जाएगा. वहां भी अचानक से एरियल का एड पॉपअप हो गया. सारा प्लान चौपट, पैसा बर्बाद. बट यार, आई जस्ट थॉट टू माई सेल्फ, रेचल कुछ गलत तो नहीं बोल रही. लॉकडाउन में तो घर का काम किया ही था ना.
हाँ, लॉकडाउन में तो मैंने भी किया था यार. झाड़ू पोछा, कपड़े से लेके बर्तन तक. बट तब की बात कुछ और थी. एंड लॉकडाउन में तो सबसे बहुत कुछ काम करा लिया था.
भाई तू भूल गया क्या, व्हेन इन कॉलेज वी ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू करेक्ट मी एंड यूज्ड टू टेल मी स्टैंड फॉर द राइट थिंग. ब्रो, जब कॉलेज में कपड़े धोए, बर्तन धोए, तो शादी के बाद क्यों नहीं? इफ वी यूज्ड टू वर्क टुगेदर इन हॉस्टल डेज, तो आज क्यों नहीं? बीवी आने से ये भेदभाव क्यों भाई? हम दोनों में तो ये प्रॉब्लम कभी हुआ ही नहीं था. एंड पुराने वेज को फॉलो करते करते हम इक्वालिटी को तो भूल ही गए यार. घर दोनों का, बच्चे दोनों के, तो काम भी दोनों को साथ ही करना चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाई The first thing I did was Ariel से laundry किया. सोचा इसी से शुरुआत तो कर लूं. एरियल ने मुझे इतनी जगह टारगेट किया, चाहे टीवी हो, ऑनलाइन हो, न्यूज़पेपर, सोशल मीडिया या आउटडोर. और एरियल की इसी कोशिश की वजह से मुझे लगा कि सही चीज करने में ही घर की खुशियां है.
यार ये तो सच का इंटीग्रेटेड कैंपेन है यार, नॉट अ स्पॉन्सर्ड वन.
एरियल की यही सोच हैज हेल्प सो मेनी कपल्स शेयर द लोड. यकीन नहीं होता तेरे को तो चलिए वीडियो देख भाई.
Have you observed that guys split the work and assume equal responsibility when they live together? But why is the same gesture not reflected at home with their spouse or partner? The simple reason is that they are being raised to believe that household chores are women's responsibility. For the past 7 years, Ariel India challenged cultural mindset of men willingly sharing household responsibilities with male friends, but not their spouses, and got husbands to do laundry. Through Ariel, #share the load. This year, we adopted a more assertive approach and asked the women to formally ask their husbands, "Do you see me as your equal?" We initiated the campaign with a hard-hitting film.
अगर सिर और अमन एक साथ काम कर सकते हैं, तुम अविनाश के साथ एक साथ काम बांट के करते थे तो मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं? हटका तुमने मुझे अपने बराबर समझा नहीं ना?
Moved by the thought and its relevance, celebrity couples like Ritesh Janelia joined in to spread the message. This sparked thoughts and discussion across news channels. We reached out to advertisers, media partners, and content creators. Through a unique open letter, we encouraged grooms to start their married life with the pledge to share the load. We also got support from key opinion leader Anu Menon. We partnered with Disney Plus Hotstar to curate See Equal list, featuring movies and shows which break the bias on the stereotypical representation of women. We created #share the load NFTs. We celebrated Women's Day with this thought. We launched special edition #share the load packs with mall activation. Through this campaign, we've achieved many important milestones. Here they are. The video garnered 110 million views. Business growth at 120 index versus year ago. Ariel Matic share grew by plus 40 BPS. Penetration grew by 50 BPS. Unaided brand awareness and top of mind awareness grew by 200 BPS. Consideration increased by 400 BPS. Growth in key brand metrics like likability up by 12 points. Relevance up by 13 points. Purchase intent up by 16 points. Preference for brand up by plus 28 points. Over 35 million earned PR value. Highest ever in any PNG India campaign. Highest ever any campaign in laundry category in India. 3 times versus best on Share the Load. Social impact driving progressive change in line with brand purpose, where the percentage of urban Indian men believe chores like laundry is women's job has gone down from 79% in 2015 to 28% in 2022. 900 plus PR clips and over 3.8 billion earned impressions. But our biggest achievement is when women get up every day and ask, "Do you see me as your equal?"
वेल एरियल ने फाइनली मेरी आंखें खोल दी यार. एंड मैं भी यही सोच रहा हूँ कि घर जाके एरियल से लॉन्ड्री करूं और इससे घर के कामों में अपना हाथ बटाना शुरू कर दूं.
ये हुई ना बात. चल अभी बाथरूम तो धो लिया, अब लॉन्ड्री भी हो गया. चल अब जाके बर्तन धो के बियर पीते हैं.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next presentation. The entry ID is 3618 and the brand is Vim Liquid. Over to the presenter.
Let me know once you're ready.
You are, hi, you are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Just 1 second. Yes. Is it visible?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
On top, the floaters are coming. Hide the zoom. Yeah, now it's go.
Okay.
Okay, you can start. All the best.
Thank you. हाँ ठीक है ले आएंगे. Well, you saw that. Just got an unsolicited advice from my maid yet again. Need to admit, we are living in a very strange world. At least from the last 2 years, we have been. Hello there. I'm Shelja Bali, a homemaker. And believe me, I've gone from being an unworried woman to an obsessive compulsive person post-COVID with the whole experience of the lockdown. Let's agree that the lockdown has been pretty much a harrowing experience for all of us, especially for us women. We had to manage not only our professional tasks, but also our household chores. Every woman in some capacity became a homemaker as she took charge of her house. But gosh, cleaning the house and doing the dishes were among the most taxing things to do. And to make it worse, there was also scare of COVID being spread to my family. So everything had to be of impeccable hygiene. Then there was the added hassle of not having a maid. But wait, come to think of it, was it really a hassle? Maybe not.
We cannot hear.
Hustling invariably became a big part of the daily routine, and that also meant having no time to de-stress. The little time I could find, I saw myself reaching out for my phone to unwind. It was my 10-minute refreshing break to play a game or two. And yes, even my favorite games were Ludo and Candy Crush. Apart from gaming, I watched a lot of how-to videos on YouTube to manage my home better. And of course, I connected with my family and friends since going out was not an option. Lunch and evening became my time for watching popular TV shows. You know, one thing I noticed, each platform I saw had one underlying message: COVID response and hygiene. This is when I became aware about brands to keep my home germ-free. It made me the decision maker for the product that I use for dishwashing, and that habit continues. One of the best shifts was purchasing a trusted brand, Vim Antibac Liquid. The importance of fighting 99.9% bacteria was never more relevant. And having bought Vim Antibac Liquid, I realized dishwashing could be hassle-free, just to my liking. I am quite certain your family's lockdown phase was not so different. Here's an AV validating exactly that.
Welcome to the life of an Indian woman. Hustling is a big part of her everyday, especially in the pandemic when she didn't have household help. And so is one more thing. Guess what? Sleeping? Nah. Chilling? Nah. It's gaming. Surprised? India ranked #1 in mobile games downloaded in 2020. In fact, about 95% of women are very active mobile gamers, spending roughly 2 hours playing on their smartphones. These were also somewhat her 10-minute breaks between tasks. Well, let's be honest, who likes household chores and washing utensils? Boring and tedious too. So, Amid her multitasking, she invariably reached for her phone, which became her companion during her leisure time. The lockdown saw a staggering increase in media consumption, particularly in TV viewership, app download and usage, YouTube, social media, and game downloads. Behavioral economists observed 4 key trends among consumers during this lockdown. Considering these behavior traits, brands had to address 3 key themes. So, Vim brought out its new Vim Anti-Bac Liquid with the power of neem, which fights 99.9% bacteria from utensils. The task was to appeal to this Indian woman in a fun way that scored high with her. Introducing Vim's #Beat the Bacteria, a game which targeted these very underrated scorers. It challenged these women to beat the bacteria of utensils with just a left and right swipe of Vim Anti-Bac Liquid. The game was deployed across thousands of mobile gaming apps, most used by women in the age group of 25 to 45 years, across the top 5 metros. Instagram was activated to complement the #BeatTheBacteria messaging and promote the game in conjunction with YouTube to build reach for Vim Anti-Bac's core proposition. The campaign reached 60% of mutually exclusive yet collectively exhaustive cohorts through precision targeting. While YouTube's top 20% HHI was used for scale, first-party data of consumers who expressed interest in using Vim Liquid were targeted to drive purchases. The approach on TV was to optimize and curate a channel mix of high-affinity time bands among the selected channels to build reach among an affluent audience segment, while long-tail channels were used to build frequency. The campaign knocked off the brand scoreboard through this multimedia approach. The game alone garnered over 15 million impressions, scored twice the engagement and a 50% plus click-through rate compared to industry standards. For a game of 30 seconds, she spent a whopping average of 3.5 minutes on it. The brand scored an uplift of 20% in brand awareness, a 7% uplift in brand consideration, and 92% of those who recalled the ad correctly stated the proposition. Vim Anti-Bac Liquid took dishwashing from boring to fun and reached out to the real players of India in a way that said, "Game on, woman."
Well, now allow me to reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Shelja Bali, a homemaker and a true blue media professional. The success of any campaign can be gauged by the impact it eventually has on business. For a low involvement category like dishwashing, Vim Liquid managed to garner eyeballs for its new anti-bac variant. We seamlessly capitalized on the in-app rewards, which definitely is crucial for any gamer. The core message association of removes bacteria and viruses from my utensil went up by 180 basis points. Consequently, the brand witnessed a sequential penetration increase of 110 basis points, an app measure of effective media deployment. So here's to the real players of India. Game on, women. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, the entry ID is 3614. The brand is iPuff Engine On.
Hi, let me just pull up the deck. Hi, is my screen visible?
Let us know once you're ready.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Great. So yeah, just 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the sound. Hi, can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
आपकी इजाजत हो तो अर्ज किया है कि जब बात आती है इंजन ऑयल की, तो अब नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा, टोटल हाई पर्फ है ना, उस्ताद की गारंटी, ये लंबा चलेगा. Good morning everyone, I'm Anshul and welcome to my presentation on high perf motorcycle engine oil. I hope इस presentation का impact आप पर लंबा चलेगा and you'll get to know why I started with a shairi soon enough. Let's get into it. Today I'm presenting the story about how we simplified the complex category communication to build a long-lasting impact in media for a new category entrant. Indian two-wheeler lubricant oil is a commoditized and low involvement category. At the mass end of the category, consumers do not have any preference for any particular brand of oil, but rely on recommendation. The category conversation and little product differentiation were creating a blind spot for the consumer. This benefited the established players the most because higher share of voice meant higher brand recall. The mother brand, Total Energies, is a relatively smaller player in a crowded Indian market. We were in fact the 10th player in the market. We wanted to relaunch its sub-brand called Hyperf, which had a mere 2% market share. The USP of Hyperf is that it offers continuous safety and longer protection for bike engines. It also provides extended rides and heat protection in the longer run. The challenge here now was threefold. Number one, how do we increase the awareness for the mother brand Total Energies? Number two, how to create an impactful launch to break through the highly cluttered engine oil category, thus by increasing spontaneous awareness for Hyperf, and most importantly, build a strong attribution of Hyperf to Total Energies. The third challenge was how to drive sales growth for Hyperf at a faster pace as compared to the category behemoths. So what we discovered is mainly there are two sets of distinct audiences. The primary audience is the rider and the secondary audience is the mechanic, who in fact plays a vital role in influencing the purchase of the two-wheeler engine oil. We needed to find a proverbial silver bullet that would address both the target audience and provide Hyperf a distinct space. Our consumer behavior and purchase journey study revealed that primary audience is a rider. 70% of our audiences are from the commuter bike segment. They're dependent on their bike for daily work and personal commute. A rider is more budget conscious, expects more value and durability of the engine oil, and expects a longer life from the motorbike. Hence, durability of the bike becomes of paramount importance to them. Hence, the one common theme that we identified was Hyperf engine oil meant performance that lasts. The most relatable colloquial expression at any mechanic workshop is the answer to the often asked question, "Kitna chalega? Kitna chalega? Lamba chalega." Thus, we conceptualized a unique communication idea, Lamba chalega, to create a distinct memory structure, enabling durability to be instantly identified with and completely attributed to Hyperf. We chose Kavali as a delivery format to build sonic memorability, to drill home the product benefit of Lamba Chalega. And this is why I started with a shairi. Celebrity Pankaj Tripathi was seamlessly fitted into the role of the Ustad, someone common as an expert in Kavali and in a mechanic workshop environment. To amplify the creative effectiveness in media, we identified three communication pillars to seamlessly integrate the disruptive yet simple narrative of Lamba Chalega across relevant touchpoints. The first pillar was cranking up recognition, mainly focused on generating brand familiarity and driving distinct recall for Hyperf. The second pillar was igniting the brand love to ensure strong connect with both sets of our audiences. And the third was community acceleration, which was actually more critical because it focused on influencing the purchase decision. Let me show you how we delivered the brand promise with a fresh take vis-a-vis the category.
The global lubricant giant Total Energies wanted to relaunch their bike engine oil Hyperf in a highly competitive category. Hyperf was a new entrant having merely 2% market share. We conceptualized the clutter-breaking communication Lamba Chalega, which is most relevant for riders and mechanics. We chose Kavali as a delivery format to build sonic memorability to drill home the product benefit of Lamba Chalega. Celebrity Pankaj Tripathi was seamlessly fitted into the role of an ustad, someone that is common as an expert both in Qawwali and in a mechanic workshop environment. To maximize the media effectiveness, we identified 3 communication pillars. First pillar was cranking up recognition. We identified the male-affine genres like sports, news and movies on TV and OTT platforms and chased the audiences with the core message of Lamba Chalega, supplemented with impact properties like Kapil Sharma's reality show and leveraged YouTube masthead to maximize the reach. Captured interest and behavior-based segments like motorbike enthusiasts and partnered with InMobi and Leads to cover riders who frequently visit bike service stations. Garnered more than 382 million impressions and reached 25 million audiences across video platforms. Second pillar was igniting the brand love. We associated with Hotstar to demonstrate the Lamba Chalega partnership between 2 batsmen during India vs South Africa T20 matches and subtly integrate the message Inki partnership the Lambi Chalegi, supplementing with brand communication. This garnered a reach of 15 million across devices. HyPerf partnered with the Road Safety Program where we educated the bikers of tomorrow and reached out to 10,000 bikers with personalized safety messages.
मोटरसाइकिल बाइक चलाते वक्त अपना हेलमेट जरूर पहने तो जिंदगी का सफर भी लंबा चलेगा क्योंकि सेफ्टी अत्यंत जरूरी है मेरे लिए आपके लिए हम सबके लिए.
With the Hookster contest, over 20,000 mechanics participated and 2,000 were gratified with HyPerf branded goodies. Community acceleration. We activated multiple mechanics and dealership benefit programs to influence the purchase. We rebranded more than 6,000 dealer outlets along with Lamba Chalega branding. Extensive van activation demonstrated the product USP Lamba Chalega. We conducted exclusive workshops to drive one-to-one connect with the dealers and organized interesting games for mechanics. The Qawwali won hearts and HyPerf gained recognition as the Lamba Chalega oil.
Engine protection, Lamba Chalega. गाड़ी का mileage, Lamba Chalega. Engine का cooling, Lamba Chalega. HyPerf engine oil, a new vision of performance.
Exactly. What a vision and what an impact it had. The results were delightful. The most purchased brand score shot up by 3x to 6% in 2022, which was stagnant for the last 2 years. Spontaneous awareness increased by 40%. Total Energies moved from 10th to 8th position in a cluttered category. We successfully built a strong association of HyPerf to Total Energies. There was a phenomenal increase in the perception of long-lasting aspect of the product. Respondents mentioned that the creative communication is clear, entertaining, and credible. And business results were astounding too. HyPerf sales increased by 25% during the campaign period, which helped them grow the market share by 100 basis points from 2% to 3%. This is the highest ever growth registered by the brand since its inception. This was integration in its truest sense, as we not just executed the media, but also doubled up as the creative agency and executed the campaign end to end, from tracking the positioning, the tagline, writing and producing the TVC, onboarding all talent to executing all creative elements while efficiently deploying media for a new entrant stacked up against the big spenders. What worked here was that we made Mechanic the hero for the first time. That was my time, and I hope इस campaign का impact आप पर भी लंबा चलेगा. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
done with the category.
Yes, and we are moving to the next category. That is best media innovation, out of home and ambient media. And
Yeah,
the-
let's just wait for 2 minutes until
Yeah, sure.
jury members had completed this.
Correct,
voting.
correct.
Yeah.
So the duration will be 7 minutes per presentation. After 2 minutes, we'll start the presentations.
Yeah. Yeah, Smita, we can start the next category.
Okay. So next category, best media innovation out of home and ambient media. The duration will be 7 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first case study, the first presentation. The entry ID is 1225 and the brand is Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk. Over to the presenter.
Are you ready?
Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. I can whenever. Am I ready? Can I
Yeah,
go?
you can start. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Astha Gupta, and I'm here to spill a few secrets about love. We all have seen romantic Bollywood movies and its grand gestures of the protagonists going to great lengths to express their love. This is exactly what drives our TG to go far for love. When it comes to Valentine's Day, almost all the marquee brands are vying for Gen Z's attention, which is Silk's core target audience. Since Valentine's Day is a time-bound occasion, every brand across categories tries to dominate the space with glorifying product comms. As we all know, over the years, Silk has established itself as a catalyst of love, inspiring Gen Zs to not just express love, but in fact, go far for love. I'm here to tell you how Silk connected with Gen Z to help them celebrate love this Valentine's Day. Silk's task at hand was to not just break advertising clutter, but most importantly, deliver sales growth of 15% in just 15 days, which was a towering target to achieve. With a view to make Valentine's Day 2022 even more special for the young couples, Silk launched the Heart Pop Blush Pack. I'm sure we all must have lied to our parents at some point in our dating years. Also, considering the Indian culture, young love is often met with disapproval and is frowned upon. Youngsters go to great lengths to hide their relationships from families and friends, from hiding their social media accounts to saving numbers with different names and making random excuses to come home late. The trials and tribulations of young love is endless. Parents think they know everything about their kids, but do they? While Gen Zs look forward to plan this special day in full swing with over-the-top gestures, all of it is not possible as they often keep their love life a secret. Silk's strategy this year had to change from how far will you go for love with over-the-top gestures to how far will you go to make them blush secretly. Introducing Cadbury Silk's innovative and unique campaign, Silk Secret Messages. Silk launched an industry-first tech innovation using its limited edition pack. We used the power of AR for the couples to send hidden messages that could only be seen by the recipient. Gen Zs could simply scan the QR code on the pack, directing them to a microsite to write their secret message for their special someone. This message could be shared to the recipient with a link for them to read it. Now here's the catch. The eager recipient can only reveal the secret message when they click on the link to open the camera and point their phone to any nearest Silk ad. Here's a glimpse of how we executed the campaign.
Well, we have a 16-year-old son. Girlfriend? No. He's too young for that.
Only studies and sports.
Yeah. I mean, we think that career comes first. He will have lots of time for romance later.
Thanks to this mindset of Indian parents, most young romances turn into secret romances. On Valentine's Day, Cadbury Silk, a brand that stands for young love, used AR to turn every Silk ad into a declaration of love. Cadbury Silk presents Secret Messages. The sender simply scanned a Silk pack, typed a cute message, and pressed send. The receiver simply pointed their phone at any Silk ad, and voila! The ad turned into the secret love message, which only they could see. Billboards, print ads, posters, and even TV ads could be scanned to reveal the secret message. And no parents objected, as none of them could see it.
And this is how Silk tapped onto all the major out-of-home touch points that are Gen Z's go-to places, such as Cafe Coffee Day, Open Air Cinema, and so on. So they could easily send across their secret message to their loved one, no matter where they are. Our campaign was spread across 24 cities in India, helping Gen Zs experience their special day in a unique way. The campaign was a huge success with over 1,000 million impressions generated through multiple touch points, such as displays, social media, audio, and video platforms, and 2.1 million people visiting the microsite. We received an overwhelming audience engagement with 1.5 million plus messages sent across. In addition, the campaign generated 1.5 million worth earned PR in just 15 days. It does not stop here. This campaign also helped us collect over 1 million unique identifiable first-party data that could be leveraged for the future campaigns. We received an overwhelming response, resulting in 27% sales growth in the limited edition packs sold over the last year, correspondingly adding massive 12% growth in the revenue. In conclusion, Silk helped young love blossom in India, one secret message at a time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Smita, you can announce the next presentation.
Next presentation. The entry ID is 1235. The brand is Netflix India.
Hi everyone, is my screen visible?
Yes. Are
And
you
am I
ready?
audible?
Let me know once you're ready. Yes.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning, judges. My name is Darshit Shah, and I'm here to take you through the next case study for Netflix. In the second half of 2021, India was slowly coming out of the second wave of COVID, and people had started to get back to normalcy, even though hesitatingly. The consumer sentiments were at an all-time low. Firstly, after being confined to their houses for an extended period of time, people were longing to experience something tangible in the physical realm. And secondly, the lack of interaction left people feeling disconnected. It was during this period that Netflix decided to launch the final season of its iconic show, Money Heist. This was clearly an opportunity for us. It was our last chance to capitalize this IP as it was in its final season. And this time around, with the show available in regional languages, we had the opportunity to pull more audiences from across geographies. So who were the potential audiences for Money Heist? While the show had already amassed a massive fan base, there were many who still needed to be brought into the fold, and we categorized these non-fans as non-viewers, fence-sitters, and late movers. We also mapped our objectives accordingly. We had to remind the existing fans of Money Heist about the season finale and get them to watch the show. But for the non-viewers, we wanted to create FOMO and build excitement and anticipation for the fence-sitters and the late movers. Based on these key objectives and goals, our approach for OOH was straightforward. In order to create the buzz and hype for the show amongst fans and non-fans both, we decided to implement some innovations across key metro cities in India. We wanted to grab the audience's attention by executing something over and above our regular outdoor campaign. And in order to do that, we had to identify the right touch points to make that lasting impact. For executing our campaign, our key parameters for identifying the right touch points were to look at key arterial routes and public places having high footfalls. This targeting was of utmost importance as it would be key in creating intrigue and impact for the show in the pre-launch phase itself. Our consumer insight said that when a message is served unexpected, one pays much higher attention to it. And so we decided to catch our consumers' attention by launching the heist approach of distract, divert, and engage. How did we do that? Let me take you through the AV.
Money Heist, one of the most popular Netflix shows of all time, had gathered a fandom like no other. The final season of Money Heist was going to stream on Netflix in 2021, bringing an epic conclusion of the story of the professor and his lovable bank-robbing lunatics. With the show available in 3 major Indian languages, Hindi, Tamil and Telugu, our key goal was to create a campaign that takes the show wider than ever before in India. While the legacy fans of the show were excited, our objective was to fuel their fandom, but more importantly, create enough excitement and build anticipation to bring the first-timers, the non-fans, the fence-sitters and the late movers into watching Money Heist on Netflix.
A good heist involves careful planning. The consumer insight says that when a message is served unexpected, one pays much higher attention to it. That is why I say we ditch the conventional methods of marketing and launching new approach. Distract, divert, and engage.
We started the heist with a bang. As India had started to unlock, footfalls were increasing by the day in public areas as audiences had started to move out of their houses after months of staying indoors. We decided to distribute Money Heist branded masks in public places, cinemas and at COVID centers to create awareness about taking precautions during these times, thereby creating buzz about the show as well. We got the local government bodies to distribute these iconic Money Heist branded masks as COVID safety masks. Outdoor has always been a key medium in building effective recognition and recall for a title. We decided to leverage the power of the media by doing something innovative for the fans and non-fans alike. We took to the streets of India and gave fans and followers a glimpse into how we paid tribute to the much-loved crime drama in the country. Money Heist murals lit up Mumbai and Hyderabad skylines as a fitting tribute to the show, featuring the famous masked characters. Fans were very excited to catch their favorite characters on the streets. The activity was covered by various editorials online as well, creating hype around the show. We launched a gold bar innovation wherein a site was covered with gold bricks. Now every day, some bricks went missing from the site, as if someone stole them. As the gold bars reduced, it unveiled the Money Heist creative. While on the other sides, mannequins in the Money Heist jumpsuits rappelled down the billboards, building anticipation amongst the audience. People were intrigued to see the stack of money reducing by each day on the billboards of Mumbai and Delhi. Everyone wondered about the outdoor heist. We took the audience by surprise by serving them the unexpected. Mapping on the DNA of the show, we decided to take over the cinema halls of Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. People were in for a surprise as the masked miscreants took over as they delivered not only the messaging but also the thrill of the show firsthand to unsuspecting moviegoers. At all touch points in the cinema hall, audiences were greeted by the Dali gang, whether it was when they were looking for their seats or when they were going to buy refreshments. The results were record-breaking. Overall, there was a 43% increase in viewership of the show, with over 40% watching the regional dubs. Sentiments for the show were extremely positive, making this the most searched show in India. Netflix monthly active users increased by 3 times and the app downloads spiked by 14% in December 2021. And when the smoke settled, Money Heist was the highest performing global IP in India.
The campaign has been recognized across various awards and was named Campaign of the Year as prestigious outdoor awards of the year like E4 Neon, OAC, etc. And that's how we carried out the heist across outdoor for this iconic show. Thank you, judges, and thank you, At Club.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, the next presentation. Entry ID is 1232 and the brand is Johnny Walker. Over to the presenter.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
And is my screen visible?
Yeah, not the full screen.
All right. I'm ready. Let me know when can I start.
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Humans are social animals. We've heard this for years, but have we understood what it really means? In 2020,
Do you want to restart?
just my slide is not moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. Let me know when can I start.
The floaters, you can hide the floaters, zoom floaters. On the you'll get the option.
Yeah, done. Can I start?
Yes, go ahead. Your time starts.
Thank you. Humans are social animals. We've heard this for years, but have we not moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's moving. Yeah. Sorry for the glitch.
No problem.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Humans are social animals. We've heard this for years, but have we understood what it truly means? In 2020, we spent close to 2 years locked in our homes with limited interactions and experiences of the outside world. Our young millennials now started giving a spotlight on boring everyday life events. And this explained the meteoric rise in digital users, all-time high MAUs, and high time spent across multiple channels, especially on social media. The new consumer behavior is not just creating experiences, but Instagrammable experiences. If it is not on the gram, then it has not happened. Social media's likes, shares, comments are now an integral part of their mental well-being. Now, why was this happening? Behavioral experts have recorded this phenomenon during COVID as looking glass self. Now, what does this mean? It means we never truly see ourselves. We need a reflection from others to understand who we are. Experts say this releases more dopamine and oxytocin than even when we drink or smoke. So, how do we create this Instagrammable experiences in a way that they don't find us preachy? And how do we do it as an alcohol brand with the barrage of restrictions that come with us? Hi, I'm Rudra Khanna here to talk about how we helped our flagship brand, Johnny Walker, rekindle brand talkability. A brand that stands for keep walking, no matter what the adversity is. In COVID, brand talkability was under pressure for established brands, while the opposite was happening with younger brands. Research shows that brand talkability influences higher brand trials. Hence, the task for Johnny Walker was clearly to increase its talkability. And what better than to exhibit our own brand distinctive asset, the striding man, that has resonated best with our consumers for generations. This meant we had to create an social experience that flaunts the striding man in a never before avatar, make it instantly viral. On 2021 New Year's Eve, where people were coming out and partying after 2 years, it was a perfect occasion for making this memorable for young millennials. we created a mesmerizing, one-of-a-kind Johnny Walker drone show by exhibiting a countdown of the celebration at one of the biggest party destinations in Goa. Over 500 drones lit up the sky, spanning over 13 minutes to form the Striding Man and to deliver a message that encouraged its audience, no matter what the situation is, keep your head high and keep walking in 2022. The show was taken live on YouTube and Meta to garner more reach, along with a strong PR plan. Now, what did it give us? It gave us magic. The Striding Man drone show went viral on social media, garnering 8 times more engagement than an average benchmark of 3 to 4 times. The brand talkability index went up by 30% from 86 to 112. The unintended positive consequences went up by 300 basis points amongst the young millennials. Now, let us have a look at the AV to get a glimpse of this show.
During COVID, millennials were longing to come out of their virtual lives and experience the present. Their life revolved around endless posts and stories through social media and validation by their peers. The new consumer behavior was not about creating mere experiences, but about creating Instagrammable experiences. If it's not on the gram, it didn't happen. As an alcohol brand, Johnny Walker wanted to capture an unforgettable Instagrammable experience this New Year's Eve without hampering their party experience. We chose the most favorite party destination, Goa, to create one of its kind, never done before drone show to showcase Johnny Walker's Keep Walking spirit in the skies of Goa. Rather than taking up terrestrial branding space where most brands would be present, we took the Ariel route. We can't get through one virtual meeting without a tech glitch. Now imagine the complexity of planning the whole drone show, not with just 10, 100, 300, but with 500 drones in the air spanning for over 13 minutes. Let's look at the rigor that created this magic. We obtained permissions from various civic bodies. We finalized a storyboard that formed the blueprint of the entire show. Using AI, the flight paths of the 500 drones were synchronized into a specific formation to create the Striding Man that stands for Johnny Walker's iconicity. Standing over 800 feet tall, the Striding Man walking from left to right and featuring the countdown for 2022 was a spectacle to behold. This was the most Instagrammable moment of 2021's New Year's Eve. This wasn't a day's job. It took multiple rehearsals, numerous trials, and synchronizations to be perfected on the New Year's Eve. This spectacle inspired people to hold your head high and always keep walking, pandemic or no pandemic.
Thank you, jury, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. Entry ID is 1233 and the brand is Cadbury Chocobakes. Over to presenter.
I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes. The presentation total. Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Sure. No problem. Let me know once you're ready.
Yes. Very well. I'm ready.
Yeah. Go ahead. Your time starts now. All the best.
A very good morning to all. My name is Priyanka Devrukar and I am here to let you know what happened on 4th December. What was so special about it? Well, 4th December 2021 was solar eclipse day. Sadly, this eclipse was not visible from India, which meant millions of people were not able to witness and experience the eclipse. Interestingly, the World Cookie Day was falling on the same day of eclipses, the day when world celebrate the love for the cookies. We saw this as a great opportunity to turn the things around and rekindle consumer excitement around World Cookie Day by celebrating it with a memorable and interesting way, and to give audience a taste of not just a solar eclipse but own Cookie Day. Cadbury Chocobakes love celebrating the joy of discoveries. So here we planned a surprise element for all the consumers. Our big idea was to build an association for Cadbury Chocobakes cookies with Cookie Day, to build excitement around a mundane concept by associating it with larger than life event of a solar eclipse, and to create memorable experience for all our consumers. A simple Cookie Day brief had turned into an innovative opportunity. After multiple rounds of meetings and brainstorming on how to bring the Cadbury cookie and eclipse together on OOH, we landed on a billboard concept of casting a shadow on a simulated sun. Considering that this solar eclipse is typically experienced outside, the outdoor medium was an apt fit to bring this concept alive. We decided to use a motorized cookie to eclipse the sun effectively and repeatedly in the background, as OOH is best as a 5-second medium. The challenge mode was on. Now, as a motorized innovation are always a challenge from execution perspective, especially for this innovation, motion, weight of the cookie, size of the cookie, and safety were some of the issues that we faced at the time of production. We had to manage a calculated, accurate speed of the cookie to eclipse the sun. At the same time, it was very crucial to adjust the motion. It had to be smooth and not jerky. With all these challenges and more, we managed to get this campaign live smoothly, on time, across Mumbai and Delhi, covering over 2,000 square feet of OOH space. We picked few prime locations in both the cities, which created great impact and buzz. This campaign successfully garnered lots of views on social media. Pictures and videos of the innovations went viral across platforms, and we received client appreciation too. These are few visuals of the campaign. And now, to sum up my presentation, I would like to take you all through the AV.
December 4th, 2021, the day the world will experience a solar eclipse. Sadly, the eclipse had decided to give India a miss, which means millions of Indians will miss out on sharing this event on social media. However, December 4th also happens to be World Cookie Day. So, could a little Cadbury-filled cookie help all of India experience this astronomical marvel? Cadbury Chocobakes presents the first ever Cookie Clips. And so we designed customized billboards that had a motor which would show the sun being eclipsed by a giant Cadbury Chocobakes cookie. Mimicking the solar eclipse movement over the sun, our giant cookie was able to eclipse the sun on billboards placed all over the city. The success and virality of this campaign was unparalleled. Not only did it gain views and impressions online, it also gathered immense PR value and word of mouth in the public. Cadbury was able to reach out to its target audience unconventionally and exclusively, while creating excitement for its product. Chocobakes successfully owned Cookie Day through the Cookie Clips.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next presentation. The entry ID is 1213 and the brand is Pearls Candy. Over to presenter.
एक बंदा ही रहेगा। Hello everyone. Is my slides is available? Can you see them on the slides? Yeah, but it's not on the full screen. Okay. And also please hide the floaters on top. Zoom floaters. It is now okay. You can see the full screen, but still the floaters are there on top. Yeah, I'm just trying how to remove this. If you go to the more option there, you'll get the option. Hide the zoom floaters. Yeah. The video is visible? Yeah, we can see, but no audio, right?
No, it doesn't have any audio.
Yeah.
Sorry for the disturbance that actually this presentation is going on. Right now I'm at some highway, so might be there will be some internet connection difficulty.
Yeah, go ahead. You can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So I just take you through about the Pulse candy. So lots of Indian spends most of the time at the traffic signals. And how about making an interesting and beneficial that exactly India's favorite candy, Pulse, do it. As everybody knows, it's a #1 candy from last 6 years. So Pulse Candy has taken the initiative of Kacha Aam and taking a favorite candy with a flavor for new flavors like a pineapple and lychee. So the unique brand come with a unique idea, choosing the easiest RTL route of Delhi NCR. By understanding the colors philosophy and filled with the innovation use of the technology synchronizing the signals. Since the candy has the 3 colors, green, yellow, and red, that consistently matching the traffic signals, the great initiative. We have programmatically synchronized the signals, the Pulse candy. So when the signal shows red color, the lychee flavor candy appear on the signal, yellow light, pineapple flavor appeared with the green light and green mango appeared. I'll just take you one AV.
Busiest junction connecting Ghaziabad and Delhi, where traffic signal situation is extremely annoying. We at DS Group gave a tangy twist to it. Yes, now these lights flash 3 flavors of Pulse: Kacha Aam, pineapple and lychee, depicting the 3 different traffic lights. Isn't that really cool? Well, the idea certainly grabbed a lot of eyeballs and also made people aware of the different flavors of Pulse candy. So, with just a tangy twist, nobody will miss out the spectacular innovation done by Pass Pulse.
Yeah. So the result was so fantastic. We have around 28 lakh impression, more than that in a month. So traffic lights and lots of amongst the commuters, but the innovation engaged the source of temporism, which played their positive sentiment, the result garnering lots of eyeballs. The result of the people, exceptional reach and brand connect. One mission to save pulse of the people. Just the signal saving the pulse. And this is what we are not saying, it's a fact. Act like a brand which having a so love and a following. It's a recent incident happened. Let's say this. I'm sorry, there is some.
I bought a
So
candy
she's a,
named
South
Curse
Indian-
Pulse. I have no idea what it is, but I heard that you have to try it in India. It looks like a green. Is it like a melon? Okay, you gonna try? It just tastes like sour sweet. Ah! What the fuck is that? Oh my god! What is it? I can't eat it. What? Oh my! Oh, it's so sour. I cannot eat it. Oh my god.
So he tasted that people told her this is the best candy in India. So she tried that and she yelled that it's a bad candy. So that is the thing which Indian didn't like it. What people have just yell on it like हमारे इंडिया को जानने से पहले पल्स को जानिए. So this kind of things people have put on their social media to make her understood how the pulse is the pulse of India and how this Indian brand is so much is loved by every Indian. This is a whole media coverage like people putting on, and this has been done on the internet also. That's it. Thank you for my side. Hope you enjoyed a pulse candy presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to the next presentation. Entry ID is 1248 and the brand is Netflix India. Over to presenter.
Is my presentation visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So just give me a second. Okay. I'm good to start.
Yeah. You can start your time transfer. All the best.
Thank you, Nitin. Hi, judges. I'm Amrita, and I'm going to take you through the next case on Netflix. Netflix was launching the penultimate season of its flagship show Stranger Things in May 2022, taking the series to newer heights, making the show darker, scarier, creepier, and more stranger. It was a supernatural mystery, the upside-down world, and its creatures that made Stranger Things so strange. Despite the IP being such a global hit, we had a few challenges at hand in India. First, being the genre. Supernatural is a genre that leads to immediate dismissal in consideration. Second challenge was limited appeal as it was an English title. Netflix decided to bring season 4 in 3 Indian local languages, Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu, taking the show to a wider set of audiences. And our primary objective was to drive growth for Netflix. We wanted to recruit the non-fans, people who had not seen the first 3 seasons, and make them a part of the universe of Stranger Things. Our media objective was to build excitement and anticipation amongst the fans and build intrigue and FOMO amongst the non-fans. We took our inspiration from legacy fantasy content marketing, where fantasy-based franchises build a cult by bringing the fantasy world to real life, just like Star Wars, Star Trek, etc. After studying multiple such campaigns over the years, we learned that a crucial part of creating fandom around content is driving participatory culture. With this, we crafted our consumer insight
which was people love mysteries, more so when they themselves are part of one. And devised our campaign strategy of shock and awe to build participatory fandom for Stranger Things. Shock and awe framework suggests that campaign ideas should fit the brand message. Existing brand advocates should be able to handle the campaign. It should inspire the customer to act and invoke desire in them to share with others. We wanted to fuel the fandom by bringing the Stranger universe into the real world and launched a series of innovations to bring this idea to life. Stranger Things fever took over when the iconic Gateway of India in Mumbai was lit up in eerie tones of red and blue, showing a rift on the structure. The larger-than-life light and sound show carried out through eye-catching projections left all in awe. Fans took it to their social handles to share this. People at Delhi and Mumbai malls had scary encounter with the Demogorgon itself. Fans went in a frenzy. This was for the first time a 3D innovation was done in India. For spine-chilling effect, we created motion sensors at the airport and eerie billboards in Mumbai, Delhi, and Bengaluru. And to give the ultimate experience, we partnered with Social, where we took over their outlets. Through these innovations, we brought our strategy of shock and awe to life on outdoor and ambient media. Keeping with the theme of the show, Strange Universe was created that built excitement amongst the fans and intrigued the non-fans as they both got pulled to experience the strange world which they shared on their social media handles. Now let me make you experience the Stranger Universe.
Very few English shows have garnered a cult following amongst the Indian audience in the recent past. And Netflix's Stranger Things has done just that since its premiere in 2016. Come 2022, Netflix was ready to launch the penultimate season of the series after a 3-year hiatus. We set out to reignite the mystique of this strange world.
11, are you listening?
Our shock and awe-inducing approach triggered strange feelings throughout the country.
If you're out there, just please give me a sign.
To celebrate the return of the most awaited series, rifts appeared in some of the most iconic monuments around the globe. When jaw-dropping visuals were projected onto the iconic monument Gateway of India, Stranger Things fans were treated to a grand celebration. Taking over the night skies of Mumbai, the Heritage Monument was lit up with a larger-than-life display of popular elements from the series. But we were not done. The visceral demogorgons came to life and raised havoc amongst the unsuspecting crowds in Mumbai and Delhi malls. The spine-chilling encounter with the creatures became a major talking point on social media. With access to ambient media in the airports and digital outdoor, we added a little motion sense of fun and reinforced our message of things are getting stranger. We partnered with the biggest F&B chain in India, Social, a popular hangout for our target group. For 10 days and nights, we opened rifts of our own at Social's main outlets in Mumbai, Delhi, and Bengaluru. We changed the mood, music, and food, quite literally turned Social's world upside down. And the results were out of this world. Stranger Things Season 4 set the record for the #1 series on Netflix based on total hours watched. Netflix's monthly active users doubled and caused the site to crash due to high traffic volume on the show's premiere night. The collective efforts paid off. The audience loved the campaign just as much as 11 loved her egos.
And in the end, we got the desired response. Fans and non-fans shared their experience on social media, making Stranger Things the buzziest campaign ever. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Ad Club.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, the next presentation and the last presentation of this category. The entry ID is 1234 and the brand is Cadbury 5-star.
Please let me know once you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when can I start.
You can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the jury. This is Kashish Davda, and today I'm going to be speaking about this very quirky campaign by Cadbury 5-star, the Do Nothing legend. We all know 5-star is a 70-year-old brand, and through the years, it has come up with variants and new ways to engage with its consumers. Over the years, 5-star has grown, but with the competitive heat in the market, even the brand knew they had to come up with something new and interesting. And with IPL around the corner, they surely had to strengthen themselves. IPL is one of the most viewed sporting events in the country. And while the IPL season is ongoing, a lot of brands tend to onboard cricketers as their brand ambassadors. But not 5-star. This IPL season, 5-star's all-new brand ambassador is none other than the third umpire himself, C.K. Nandan. Surprising, right? But here's their take. We all know the prospect of Do Nothing is to pass on the message to its consumers that sometimes it's okay to just sit, relax, eat a 5-star and do nothing. And while you do that, you can still be powerful. So to enlarge the proposition during the IPL season and to create intrigue among the Gen Z, since they follow the tournament so religiously, 5-star came up with the Do Nothing legend. And who better to promote this than the third umpire himself? He does almost nothing and still has the power of doing and changing everything. While every brand always looks at promoting themselves via billboards, 5-star took a leap and created an historic innovation, and with that, they have set a benchmark in itself. Since they wanted to give their legend all the recognition and limelight that he deserves, 5-star created a 12-feet holographic statue during the IPL season that stood right across the Wankhede Stadium, the heart of Mumbai. The brand did face numerous obstacles, from getting permissions to figuring out a way to execute this one-of-its-kind campaign, but they did not so much as stop or give up. While the statue stood at the said location for 2 days, on the third day, it took the whole prospect of Do Nothing a top-notch level up by sitting on a couch on the third day. It's as fun and hilarious as it sounds. A digital film was created for those who could not visit the statue that was then launched on YouTube Masthead. The Gen Zs went bonkers when they saw 5-star with C.K. Nandan creating an all-new prospect. All of Mumbai witnessed this historic moment and they all wanted a selfie with C.K. The pictures and videos by them literally went viral on Instagram and Facebook, and people across India knew who Mr. C.K. Nandan was and was proudly known as the Do Nothing legend. This hilarious move by the brand was not just noticed by the people on ground, but was also covered by some of the popular media houses who are known for its humorous content like Scoop Whoop and RVCJ. Here's a little snippet of what 5-star did along with C.K. Nandan.
There are heroes in every game, and there are legends. Legends who don't need the practice or the pats on the back. They can turn the tide without moving a muscle and make millions wait for their move with bated breath, while they do almost nothing. It's time the real legends of cricket come in you. So this season, our brand ambassador is this guy. A true legend has gotten his due for making history by doing almost nothing.
We cannot hear the audio.
Lastly, the results of this campaign were meticulous. The brand saw crazy hike in sales during the IPL season. And not just that, the digital film generated more than 32 million views, and the Gen Zs resonated with Mr. Nandan and his work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2 minutes break, please.
Yeah, as we have completed the category, let's take the break.
Yeah, 2 minute break.
Smita, we can start.
Okay. Okay, the next category. Best integrated campaign, consumer durables, other products. And the duration will be 10 minutes per presentation. Starting the first presentation, the entry ID is 3814 and the brand is Ultratech Cement. Over to presenter.
Hi, are you able to see my screen in full screen?
Yes.
Okay, ready to start?
You can
Good
start.
morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikita Mehta, and I'll be taking you through the best integrated campaign case study for Ultratech Cement. हमने बहुत बार किसी ना किसी को ये कहते हुए सुना होगा कि यार जिंदगी में एक बार मुझे अपना घर बनाना है. क्यों? क्योंकि अपना घर बनाना is considered to be the biggest achievement in life, a dream that everyone wants to fulfill. and most people build it only once in their life. और ये वो लोग हैं जो घर खरीदते नहीं बल्कि अपनी खुद की मेहनत से पाई पाई जोड़ के बनाते हैं. Most of these IHPs, as we call them, reside in less than 10 lakh pop strata towns and rural areas and build their homes from scratch. So successfully completing it gives them a sense of pride and a badge of competence. अपने घर के लिए सबके अपने अपने आइडियाज होते हैं, ऐसी डिजाइन, ऐसा व्यू, ऐसा कलर वगैरह वगैरह. पर क्या हम सोचते हैं कि घर बनाने के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? Cement. A lot of people forget that cement is an irreversible component in home building. बाकी सब कुछ बदला जा सकता है, but cement कभी नहीं. But does the IHP keep this in mind? No. Due to lack of knowledge, overwhelming choices, and dependence on external entities, they often make a mistake or compromise on the quality of cement, which may cause devastating effects on his supposed to be perfect home. Moreover, the cement category's narrative in India has always been focused on functional aspects like durability, longevity, and exaggerated claims of strength. Every brand is saying the same thing. This leaves the IHP extremely confused and perplexed. Therefore, he wants to select the most popular, that is the number one brand in the category, as he looks for safety in numbers for the biggest project of his life. Enter Ultratech Cement. We had to occupy the space in his mind and assure him that we are the number one and we will provide a solid foundation to his dream home. So our objective was to become the most trusted cement brand and get recalled as the number one cement of India, thereby retaining our leadership in the market and in the consumer's mind. But it wasn't just about creating a campaign to communicate this. It was about building a memory structure for the home builder to choose India's number one cement Ultratech, as he only has one chance to build his home right. So we launched Ghar Ek, Mauka Ek, isliye cement bhi desh ka number ek. We brought this to life in an integrated media approach. As we needed our communication to reach the maximum number of people, we made an impactful high decibel launch to communicate our proposition on TV, video, and audio platforms. We then created a unique alert mechanism, taking relevant Mauka Ek moments in media and integrated them with our brand message to disrupt and alert the consumer's mind about never taking a chance while choosing a cement brand. And finally, to address our audiences in media-dark rural areas, we partnered with local influencers who resonated with them and devised OBD and radio campaigns in the influencer's voice. We also activated on-ground events to create a personal rapport with the rural IHP. Let's see how we brought this alive in media with a 5-phase integrated approach.
सीमेंट भी नंबर 1 ना पापा.
घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक.
हाँ शुक्ला जी, भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही.
मान गए बेटा, पर अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों?
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है.
घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक, इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट.
तो जिंदगी में घर बनाने का, हॉट सीट पर आने का और अपनी पहचान बनाने का मौका एक ही बार मिलता है.
सबको अलाउ मत कीजिए, बस रश्मि को एक चांस दे दीजिए प्लीज.
कुछ मौके मिलते हैं सिर्फ एक बार, जैसे अपना घर बनाने का मौका. घर एक मौका एक. कुछ मौके मिलते हैं जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक बार.
मुझे एक ओवर देना, मुझे इसे दिखाना है यार.
कुछ चुनाव का मौका जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक बार ही आता है. घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1.
हुए तो मॉल हिंदी होंगे, लेकिन घर बनाने का मौका आपको दूसरी बार नहीं मिलेगा.
अल्ट्राटेक मौका एक.
बड़े इरादों का घर है बनाना। तो बाबू रवि किशन से ये किस्सा सुन के जाना।
Well, as we just saw, no effort was spared by Ultratech to be the first choice for home builders. Let's look at the massive scale at which this integrated campaign was executed. A continuous 50 weeks presence across TV, digital, and audio platforms with more than 10,000 GRPs at a frequency of 4+. More than 3 lakh Mauka-ek exposures across 7 impact properties and 8 blockbuster movies on TV and OTT. 4 million contextual impressions on payment and ticketing apps. 75 million rich media impressions on gaming apps. Ultratech became a part of more than 12 million home building conversations through artificial intelligence and machine learning. More than 600 million OBD calls were sent to IHBs residing in rural markets. And finally, we conversed with 150 million people and more than 50,000 village heads in rural areas of Uttar Pradesh through unique on-ground events. With a scale this wide, the results are bound to be transformational. Let's look at the massive impact that this 5-phase integrated campaign had on Ultratech Cement. More than 450 million people were reached across all media channels. The brand searches increased by 225%. Brand recall spiked to 72%. The brand recommendation scores for Ultratech reached its all-time high at 38%. Very importantly, the share of endorsement for Ultratech as India's #1 improved by a staggering 62%. 44% home builders found Ultratech as the most reliable brand. We gained about 5 crore worth of earned media. And most importantly, at the end of the year, our sales increased by 17% and profits by 36%, making Ultratech a brand of more than 52,000 crores. Impactful indeed. While these results are a testament to the success of our integrated approach, our bigger win was that with this, we were able to help millions of home builders successfully build their dream homes with a solid foundation for life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, the entry ID is 3808 and the brand is again Ultratech Cement. Over to presenter.
Just a moment, please.
Sure.
Nitin, let me know once the screen is visible to you.
Okay. Yeah, we can see the screen.
Just a moment, please. Is it visible in slideshow?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me know when can I start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you so much. Namaste, namaskar. Good afternoon. कैसे हैं आप सब? तो आज इस कैटेगरी में मिले हैं अल्ट्राटेक टीम को 3 मौके. निकिता ने आपको एक मौके की बात बताई, मैं बताने जा रही हूँ दूसरा. तो मुझे ये मौका मिला है to prove that we have done our very best for Ultratech. Numbers define success is what they told me. अब Emvies को ही देख लीजिए. We are in its 23rd edition this year. Year on year, the number of entries have only increased. This year, 1,469 entries. This in itself is a success story. Here I am to present an initiative in its first year. And yes, numbers were excellent. Reached more than 58,000 influencers, 33,000 plus entries, 150 million people reached. और क्या कुछ नहीं. तो ये थी हमारी सक्सेस स्टोरी. Let's now see some behind the scenes. हमने पूछा, are numbers really this important? So yes, numbers are important. भाई बात यहाँ देश के नंबर 1 सीमेंट की हो रही है, तो नंबर इज इंपॉर्टेंट. अच्छा, वैसे सीमेंट से याद आया, आप लोगों को कुछ बताना भी था. Cement is a high involvement but low knowledge category. The task for us is to build preference for the brand in the category which has no differentiation. भाई सब ग्रे ही है, कुछ रंग ही डाल देते. Talking about a consumer, nearly 90% of India's population lives outside the top 10 cities. And of this, more than 70% in rural. यानी ग्रामीण हिस्सों में. For whom a home means a stand-alone dwelling unit and not an apartment or a flat like for you and me. भाई हम सब शहरों में रहने वाले लोग हैं. And when we talk about homes, we all know that home is the biggest investment made by any individual, and इनमें से 90% लोग जो अपना घर पहली बार और शायद वो एक ही बार बनाएंगे. This consumer, as we call them, the independent home builder or the IHB, lacks knowledge and expertise related to home building. He's not the subject matter expert, same like you and me. अब घर पर अगर एसी काम नहीं कर रही है तो थोड़ी आप और मैं बैठकर रिपेयर करेंगे, हम इलेक्ट्रिशियन या सर्विस पर्सन को बुलाएंगे. वैसे ही the IHB relies on various sources for advice, जैसे कि उनकी फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स या रिश्तेदार, और मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली द मेसन्स और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स यानी ठेकेदार who have their own vested interest. कुछ ऐसा.
हमें सीधे साधे ठेकेदार आदमी, ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं है हमारे पास, बस इतना जानते हैं कि ईंट से ईंट जोड़ने के लिए सीमेंट की जरूरत पड़ती है. अब वो JK सीमेंट हो चाहे अंबुजा सीमेंट, हमको घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ईंट से ईंट जोड़नी चाहिए बस.
Nitin, was it audible?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. In all of this, the IHB is always in search for sources of information whom they can trust. And one such is their own local democratically elected leader, the Gram Pradhan. जैसे नरेंद्र मोदी जी देश के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं, so is even the chief minister of a state. And similar is the position of a Gram Pradhan in his village. These Pradhans are not only the drivers of positive change in their respective communities, but also key decision makers for rural infra development and opinion leaders amongst rural IHBs. They are the key influencers when we talk about critical purchases. One more important part, the Pradhans are extremely inspired by our leaders and aspire to join politics as their growth path. And to do so, they need to constantly be in limelight and associated with positive development in their communities. This core insight became the central thought behind Yashashvi Pradhan, Vikas Ke Sarthi, a unique campaign designed to influence the influencer, an initiative to acknowledge, honor, and leverage the Pradhan who, through their vision and commitment towards development, ushered a wave of progress for their communities or the villages. So we built Ultratech stature as India's #1 cement amongst these vital influencers, the Gram Pradhans. Yashashvi Pradhan became the bridge between the brand and the IHB. We narrowed down on Uttar Pradesh as the market to implement this campaign. ब्रांड के लिए प्रायोरिटी मार्केट होने के अलावा यूपी एक लोकतांत्रिक भारत का सबसे बड़ा ज्योग्राफिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन भी है, where more than 58,000 elected pradhans are running the administration at grassroots level. अब हम सब जानते हैं यूपी एज अ मार्केट हैज चैलेंजेस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू मास मीडिया. कहीं पर टीवी की रीच है तो कहीं पर नहीं. अखबार में इंटरेस्टेड है कंज्यूमर तो कहीं पर फीचर फोन पर ओपीडी कॉल सुनते हैं. तो हमें भी काफी मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स का सहारा लेना था. टीवी, अखबार, रेडियो पर AIR भी और FM भी. डिजिटल टू टेक द प्रधान्स टू द माइक्रो साइट. मोबाइल के जरिए व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस भी सेंड हुए और ओबीडी कॉल्स भी. रूरल सेंट्रिक कैंपेन होने के वजह से वी हैड गॉन ऑन ग्राउंड, जहां पे पोस्टरिंग एक्टिविटी हुई और ह्यूमन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स टू स्प्रेड द वर्ड एंड एड प्रधान्स इन सबमिशंस. ऑल वाज डिप्लॉयड. अलाउ मी टू टेक यू थ्रू दिस जर्नी.
With 77% of the country's population living across its 6 lakh villages, the dream of a developed India cannot be realized without the progress and prosperity of this majority populace. The implementation and delivery of critical government programs at the grassroots levels is dependent on Gram Pradhans, who are not only the gatekeepers of these projects, but also key opinion leaders in their communities. With the intent to build its stature as India's #1 cement amongst these leaders, Ultratech decided to influence these influencers. Presenting Yashasvi Pradhan, a one-of-its-kind initiative to identify, acknowledge, and felicitate the select few leaders who, through their vision, big ambitions, and commitment towards the development of their communities, became the harbingers of progress in their panchayats. Uttar Pradesh, the biggest geographic representation of democratic India, was chosen as the first market for this novel campaign. The division of the market was made at nodal level for better administration. In the challenging media reach markets of rural Uttar Pradesh, we leveraged the depth of the most trusted medium and newspaper brand in the region to create a print-led multimedia campaign. The call for entry phase had an unprecedented human connection. Along with mass media, Jagran reporters personally met the village pradhans and urged them to participate in the initiative. A distinguished jury panel evaluated more than 10,000 entries from 8 nodal regions and organized nodal level Pradhan Sammelans to honor 20 most progressive Pradhans from each node. Out of these 160 Pradhans, a distinguished jury selected top 20 Pradhans and facilitated them at a gala event held at the state capital, Lucknow. Their development journeys were curated as separate short films and success stories.
अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट और दैनिक जागरण के द्वारा यशस्वी प्रधान का जो हमें सम्मान मिला उनके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ.
These stories were extensively promoted through a multimedia campaign, thereby grabbing the eyeballs of the entire state. 58,000 plus Pradhans were directly part of the initiative, by some way or the other. We reached a staggering 150 million people through the course of the campaign. Yashasvi Pradhan campaign established Ultratech as the most preferred brand, making it synonymous with construction and home building.
The initiative was acknowledged and appreciated by the Union Minister for Rural Development, Shri Shandilya Giriraj Singh, which was a proud moment for us all. So yes, we saw the brand numbers grow. What made us stand out is usually brands resort to influencers who are popular among their target groups and cater to urban areas. Here, we changed the game by creating the influencers and that too in rural areas. 2 मौके हो चुके हैं, तीसरा मौका बस आने वाले 20 मिनट्स में. Thank you judges, thank you Ad Club.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, the next presentation. The entry ID is 3806 and the brand is Hero Pleasure X Tech. Over to presenter.
Let me know once the screen is visible.
Yes, we can see the screen.
I'll let you know when I'm ready. I'm ready. Can I start?
Yes, you can start. All the best.
Thank you. Hi everyone. I am here to present the case study Hero Pleasure, Ladki Chala Rahi Hai. Ask any Indian woman and she will tell you that this life seems to be a conspiracy against them, as they have been restricted by society whenever they have tried to do something big. They have been told, "Ye tumhare bas ki baat nahi." Establishing the same are these facts that only 65% of Indian women are educated. The ratio of pay scale is known to everyone. In 2006, Hero Motocorp launched a scooter specially created for females called Pleasure. Pleasure yani masti. With this, the brand questioned, why should boys have all the fun? Such was the success of this very campaign that there were many female target scooter launches afterwards. And now, when women started driving their life and pleasure, society had a new problem. Pakka, koi ladki chala rahi hogi, meaning women lack driving skills. In such a scenario, Pleasure's new avatar, Pleasure X Tech, was launched. And this time around, brand decided to take on this negative stereotype by saying, "Acha hai, ladki chala rahi hai." Listen on.
उड़ी 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 जा रही है, लड़की चला रही है, बड़ी 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 जा रही है, लड़की चला रही है, हियर लगा रही, जीना सिखा रही, देश बना रही, जोश जगा रही, शोर मचा रही, चुप करा रही, मस्ती चढ़ा रही, लड़की चला रही. Yo, she's the one, why should boys have all the fun? लड़की चला रही, लड़की चला रही. हमारे आज को जो चला रही है, वो चला रही है the new Hero Pleasure Plus X10. Why should boys have all the fun?
In India, any big purchase, even targeted to female, needs a nod from the male. Therefore, targeting both the genders was important. Our audience were both millennials and Gen Zs. Understanding what hits them most was critical. Hence, we decided to target both of them. Hence we created a carefully crafted campaign. We referred to MTV Youth Study and found that beyond career, friends, and personal choices, this audience was driven by standing up for causes that matter to them. And this was a big, big hook. Here, our campaign was also trying to challenge a stereotype that women are bad drivers. With the belief that this audience will join us for breaking the negative stereotype, we launched the campaign. All we needed to do was to reach this audience when they were most receptive, to take the message and turn it into a movement. Hence, the first leg of the campaign, we leaned on high-reach mediums of TV, digital, and print. TV and digital enabled us to deliver the message in a video format a lot quicker. Hence, high-resonance genres were considered for both males and females. GC and news were the mainstay of the campaign. Music, a TG passion point, which had a strong connect with the campaign, was considered critical across the mediums. We understand that festive mapping is important, so special buys were done around the festivals of Pongal and Makar Sankranti. It's a fact that having a regional face brings relatability and resonance with the local audiences. Hence, we created vignettes with lead artists of top shows of Star Ma and Vijay. We got support when these stars promoted the campaign from their own social media handles. Along with YouTube and OTTs, social media platforms were key on digital. Additionally, campaign expansion was done on Paytm as it is used by RTG extensively. To create the impact, the Alia Bhatt catchy rap song soon started getting shared on WhatsApp. And this was just the beginning of how this campaign was getting viral day by day. And magic happened. Within a few days of the campaign, we were reached by media houses seeking the rights of the video to be played as part of their own content. Radio platforms, which were playing the spot, now wanted full 1 minute rap song so that it could be played as part of their playlist. RJs in the morning evening shows started talking about Acha Hai Ladki Chala Rahi Hai campaign. A ripple effect of the campaign was now visible. There was organic coverage on news portals like Lallan Top, where they captured the movement in multiple videos, resulting in more organic conversations. Then came the biggest surprise. Sun TV, which had never implemented any integration, reached out to us for an in-show integration in their popular drama called Sundari, which was the story of a lady breaking stereotypes to reach her mission in life. The story was weaved with pleasure being part of the plot. Next up, it was Twitter, where there was huge buzz about Ladki Chala Rahi Hai. People started sharing their opinion on the campaign. Many eminent personalities took part in these conversations. The hashtag trended on top 3 positions for 2 days. And as the campaign was coming to a close, Women's Day was celebrated with hashtag Break the Bias theme articles across multiple dailies. Leading newspapers and influencers came forward to join the cause. With the idea of women inspiring women, we invited women achievers to share their stories on how they could make a mark for themselves in this gender-biased world, and hence dialing up hashtag Break the Bias theme. At the end, Pleasure Extract created a YouTube video to celebrate each of their individual wins in life, with a video dedication to women on Women's Day.
लड़की चला रही है. She's blazing through the night. लड़की चला रही. She's reaching every height. लड़की चला रही. She's making us proud. लड़की चला रही. She's shining through the crowd. लड़की चला रही. रे भेचे पाचते शिखाचे नाटे का कुंकटल वीरम कोटपेगल शब्द मुयर्तनु ना बड़ पिकनु काहे बना रही करके दिखा रही जीत से मिला रही लड़की चला रही. Yo, she's the one. Why she boys have all the fun? मेरी से लोग तक लड़की चला रही. अम्माई मेरे को तो नहीं लड़की चला रही. जिया में चला छी थोड़ी के नहीं सारे लड़की चला रही है.
In this manner, campaign became a positive provocation that challenged society's bias against women. As a result, we garnered 3x value of media spends and 20 million people joined the movement. Not only that, we got a jump of 11% in sales and similar growth in awareness and search volumes. Here, we have a word of appreciation from Chief Growth Officer of Hero MotoCorp, Mr. Ranjivit Singh.
Hello everyone. Ladki Chala Rahi Hai has become more of a movement. Rather than being just a campaign for Pleasure Plus X-Tech, it aims at breaking gender stereotypes and resonates across audiences through its powerful and easily recognizable insight. Through the campaign, Pleasure Plus X-Tech assumes the role of a catalyst that identifies and celebrates women leading in different spheres of life. The team at Hero and agency partners have expanded the campaign and generated huge user participation throughout the country to deliver this social message. And the results have been phenomenal. Besides generating appeal and opening social dialogues, market share for pleasure has increased by double digits for the quarter. It gives us immense pride that through Ladki Chala Rahi Hai campaign, Hero has been able to celebrate women in different walks of life and also inspire the next generation of women.
Finally, men like me also agree and say, अच्छा है, लड़की चला रही है.
अच्छा है कि लड़की चला रही.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next presentation. Entry ID is 3805 and the brand is Ikea. Over to the presenter.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Can you start?
Yeah, you can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Varga, Ashun, Manege Bunny. Come home to IKEA's new store launch in Bengaluru. Now, are you wondering why am I talking in multiple languages in one sentence? Now, that's how brand needs to talk if they were to reach the entire population of Bengaluru. IKEA was launching its third store in India in Bengaluru. Bengaluru is a city of diversity. It's one of the most complex and the diverse city in India with different cultures and habits. You can literally meet, interact, eat, and connect with all types of Indians. It's an India in a city. To address all these people, we segregated the audience into three main cohorts. One were the localites, long-term native, predominantly Kannadigas. Two, migrant population who come from various corners of the country and call Bengaluru their home now. And three, the IT crowd. And each of them reside in different zones of Bengaluru. The cohort 1 localites occupy the older Bengaluru area of south, north, and west, and most of them prefer individual houses over apartment. The cohort 2, the migrants, occupy the north and east zone and are predominantly lives in the apartments. An IT crowd who live in the newer part of Bangalore, which is the east and the central Bangalore region, mostly prefer co-living spaces and apartment. Now, this led to a big boom in the real estate and the city expansion all across. This boom further leading to increase in demand for the furniture and the furnishing category overall. Every home furnishing player, may it be national, local, startup, e-commerce, wanted to capitalize on this demand. On one hand, the national player were getting prominence due to presence on national TV. And on the other hand, local players with extensive footprints in Bengaluru had a great market coverage. Now, this led to high competition, fragmentation, and clutter in the market for IKEA to launch. Now, apart from the above challenge, when you search for a furniture shop in Bangalore near me, you would get hundreds of options to go for. And most of us here know how bad the traffic scene in Bangalore is, right? And that's why we here measure distance by time and not really by kilometers. Imagine in this scenario, I would have to nudge the Bengalurians to travel a couple of hours when they have multiple options in their neighborhood to go all the way to IKEA. Therefore, our task was complex. We had to cater to 3 cohorts living in 5 zones in an extremely cluttered category. And here we need to visit to a store which was 30 kilometers away. Now, what did we have to do to answer all of this? We needed to disrupt. We needed to disrupt in order to overcome all the barriers and achieve the goals that we had set out to for IKEA. Now, let me walk you through what all disruptions we did. We all know Bengaluru is the IT hub of the country, and it has the market with one of the highest home furnishing app user and a relatively higher indexed over on search volumes for home furnishing as a category. Now, considering this dynamic and the audience choice, IKEA decided to break the norm by launching e-commerce before the retail launch itself, which was first for IKEA, it was globally. Typically, if you look, a launch campaign would start a month or 2 before the launch. But in our case, we launched our e-commerce campaign a year before the actual store was launched in order to prime the audience and familiarize our omni-channel shopper before the actual launch. This was our first biggest disruption. Secondly, we went beyond the regular and to connect with both local and migrants and changed the tagline to the vernacular for the first time ever for IKEA. We said, Manege Bunny, which translates to come home to IKEA. This was never done before for any other store launch, even within India. Third, since there were many Bengalurus inside Bangalore, we have seen the diversity. Each of them are distinct from each other. Therefore, we had to go hyper-local with specifically targeting each set of audience, and that added to the complexity. We employed contextual targeting with customized communication to reach out to different cohorts. So, for example, the south where the Kannadigas live, the natives, the ads were served in Kannada, and in the north where the store was, the ad were most tactical to say that it's open in your neighborhood, why don't you go and visit? We also deployed demographically different audience with different communication. For instance, the corporate crowd was served at between Thursday to Saturday to say that, why don't you make a weekend trip to IKEA? Vis-a-vis an housewife, where we would say that, please go to IKEA and refresh your homes. So that's how we brought alive the different communication to different audiences. Now, the fourth one, when to have to deeper engagement across all these multiple cohort population there was, we had to rope in Danit Sheth, who rose to fame during the pandemic. He connected with different set of audiences with his multiple personality, multi-avatar, and quirky slice of life humor to kickstart the campaign. Now, how did we achieve greater scale? We deployed an extensive multimedia approach with digital, TV, outdoor, print, and radio. Now, traditionally, if you would see, TV would be the reach medium, followed by digital for incremental reach. The national players in this category has also been doing the same. They've had big launches across all channels, a huge basket over there. However, in our case, Bangalore is a very diverse market where we've seen the viewership is extremely fragmented. So only taking a Kannada channel would not suffice. And if we were to take all the national channel, it would lead to immense amount of spillover because ultimately we had to launch only in Bangalore for Bangalore. And therefore, digital became our lead reach medium. And this was to, of course, minimize spillovers and also to maximize reach within the geography. We literally painted the entire digital ecosystem with blue and yellow, reaching at least 60% of our audience with over 11 times AODS. Apart from the extensive launch on digital, TV was deployed for incrementality over digital with only local channels. Extensive outdoor campaign was deployed with larger formats and including airport. Now, so that because we are welcoming people home, we thought, why not use airport? That's the right moment of receptivity, where when people were coming into the city, new IKEA was launching and they could come home to IKEA. Metro, another important and a very strategic touch point, because it was a touch point because this was best connecting the store, which is at Nagasandra. That's the last stop of one of the metro line of Bengaluru. It was extremely relevant, and we painted again red and yellow and blue the entire metro. Print with large formats was deployed to drive that impact amongst both English and vernacular readers because we were spread across. Now, radio was pivotal to build frequency towards the transit audience because we know this is a lot of travel to go to the store. So that was important. And to also build conversation more about the experience of shopping at IKEA. So we had RJ mentions, which spoke about the fun element, the food, the collection, the range, etc. And how not very difficult is it to reach there. But with the metro, it's fairly simple. RJ could bring alive all those nuances that we wanted to. Now, let's see how did this campaign deliver our goals. Bengaluru store launch was one of the biggest success we've seen for IKEA in India, where we over-delivered every possible goal, including visitation, where we indexed 133%, revenue goals indexing 105%, ticket goals indexing 117%, and 200% increase in our store footfall during the launch week. Now, that was phenomenal, right? And what was the icing on the cake? This powerful launch not just helped in business goals, but also drive immense amount of growth in our saliency. Brand awareness hit as high as 83% within the launch of quarter launch, and consideration to about 34%. This was way beyond the average of this category. Now, let's look at an AV, which will help me highlight to you the various points.
Last 30 seconds.
Okay.
An astonishing visual spectacle was created in Bengaluru sky that evening by more than 500 drones. Bengaluru is a metropolis with a beautiful blend of the old and the new, as if many towns and civilizations coexisted in a single city. Bengaluru comprises a dynamic amalgam of people belonging to various castes, faiths, and communities. We segregated the Bengaluru audience into 3 cohorts: locals, expats, and the IT community.
Okay, so next time in Bengaluru, Manegi Bani to IKEA. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kavita, one more to go.
Yes, sir. Okay, the next presentation, the entry ID is 3807 and the brand is Ultratech Cement. Over to the presenter.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is my screen visible in presenter mode? Is it full screen?
Yes.
Can we start?
Yes, you can start. Your time starts. All the best.
Thank you. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Maria, and let us together go through Ultratech Cement's entry in the best integrated campaign category today. There is no place like home, no matter how much you travel, how far you go in pursuit of your career. You want to come back to your home, your comfort zone. दिन की थकान के बाद अपने घर की चाहत सबको होती है, because home is where the heart is. For 90% people living in small town and rural India, a home is means a standalone dwelling unit and not an apartment or flat, as it is for most of us. And building a home is once in a lifetime project. For a home builder who's undertaken that journey, his home becomes a source of social validation and unparalleled pride. ये उनकी पहचान बनता है, his badge of competence. However, the journey towards earning this badge is a complicated one. हमारा होम बिल्डर, उसके पास तो एक सपना है जो उसे पूरा करना था और उसे इसके लिए पाई जोड़ने के लिए तो बहुत मेहनत लगती है, लेकिन इस मंजिल को अंजाम देने के लिए उसके पास पूरी जानकारी नहीं होती. It is not possible for everyone to be an expert at just about everything. The common starting point is deciding on a cement brand, जो बहुत जरूरी ingredient होता है घर की नींव से लेकर पूरी structure को जोड़े रखने के लिए. Of course, he turns for advice at every step. पर जितने लोग उतनी बातें, सबके अलग अलग opinions और विचार. क्या करें क्या नहीं, ये एक चक्रव्यूह है, एक बहुत बड़ी confusion. Within this category, every renowned brand communicates only functional benefits centered around durability and strength. There is no conversation of where to begin, what needs to be done, what steps to follow. So our task was to change the brand narrative. We wanted Ultratech to empathize and partner with individual home builders in fulfilling their dreams. हमें अपने होम बिल्डर को कंफ्यूजन के चक्रव्यूह से निकालना था. It all boiled down to that one winning formula. 1 + 1 is equal to 1. We had one consumer dream, अपने सपनों का घर, plus one huge pain point, lack of knowledge of how to go about building one. Confusion ka chakravyu, which equaled to our one big solution. Baat ghar ki, the Wikipedia of home building. We created a platform which hosted more than 250 self-explanatory video content pieces in 9 regional languages. They covered basic concepts of home building, right from testing a brick to choosing a layout to advanced sustainability measures like rainwater harvesting. This content was created using simple and innovative graphics demonstrating various challenges in home building. To serve this powerhouse of home building content to our beloved home builders in their desired languages, we considered all relevant touchpoints, be it television, radio, OTT, social media, OBD for media dark regions. यहाँ हमने free data भी दिया and on-ground activations, शिविर. Let us see the amplification via the AV.
आपके इरादे की शुरुआत कब हुई, कैसे हुई? मिलते हैं जल्द फिर एक बात करने बात घर की।
बड़े इरादों का घर है बनाना।
तो बाबू रवि किशन से ये किस्सा सुन के जाना।
Now we look at the transformational results that cemented our efforts, where the brand sales increased by 17% and profits by 36%. Let me call out the three results significant to our entry within this category. 44% home builders used and stated Ultratech as a reliable brand in their home building journey. 60% people associated Ultratech as an expert home building companion. Share of endorsements for Ultratech as India's #1 improved by a staggering 62%. Ultratech became the first brand in the category to create a customer-centric content platform dedicated to all home building queries, equivalent to a Wikipedia of home building. It also generated an emotional connect with our audience and positioned the brand as an empathetic expert. Our efforts were acknowledged across other forums. After all, we empowered the individual home builder with relevant knowledge to be a truly independent one to take all their decisions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And this concludes the session. Jury members, please do give your rating for the best case study presentation. Thank you.
So thank you, jury members. Big thanks on behalf of the Art Club, and sorry again to call you on Saturday. Let's meet at the meet and greet session on 10th of March at 5 p.m. and then go for the awards. And I would like to have your opinion on this online sessions. I mean, without discussing the quality of the case study presentations, which was good, which was not good. We don't want to get into that, but the experience as such.
Vipin, the overall experience is so far fantastic. I mean, now online, all of us are used to it now since last 3-4 years, you know. Correct. So it's a part of our routine, and then it's a fantastic. I mean, the overall platform which has been created, it's a seamless experience. So it always gives us the as good as the in-person feel, you know. So so far, great job done, yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
If I could just add, I think just the idea that the teams came and presented and you could hear it out, their perspective rather than just, in silos judging it, makes the entire experience far more enriching and impactful. So great job.
Thank you.
A great job, Bipin. A very immersive experience. Wonderful to see it come alive on the videos. And it helps in terms of, judging the entries better. So the output would be better, hopefully.
Lovely, Kakon. Thank you. Thanks for coming for the session, actually. And here I must say that thanks to my team at the Art Club Secretariat, Smita, Gopal, Nihar, Suresh, Amol, Matthew, and also a big thanks to the technical team who's running the show, Shraval and Nitin. And they have been getting all the accolades and all the people who have come for the session.